Internet, Eric here. Well, it's Bloody Sunday again. If you don't know what that concept is, Bloody Sunday was created here on YouTube, where basically all you do is you pick a death from a specific movie, TV show, comic book. I've said this in the beginning of every video I've done for these. What it is, you just pick that certain death and you discuss it. That's it. Today's death I'm going to talk about is from the movie Bad Moon. Now, obviously, if you have not seen Bad Moon and I'm talking about a death in the film, spoilers. Um, this came out in '96. The basic plot is we're following Mariel Hemingway and her son, Brett, and the fact that they have to deal with. They have to deal with the fact that there is a killer on the loose. You know, they think it might be a wild animal because they live in the woods, and they find out that it's a werewolf, and that werewolf is Uncle Ted, Mariel's brother. That's it, short and sweet. The death I'm going to discuss is of Ted's girlfriend Marjorie in the very beginning of the movie. Um, they're in the woods doing some type of expedition or hunt. I don't remember, but they have some guides with them, and Ted and Marjorie decide to go bang in the tent, and we get some really cool POV shots of whatever creature is out there stalking the tent as they're in there fooling around. Um, there's some screams and some rustling, and it must be a soundproof tent. It seems like, or they're just really in the mood because they obviously don't hear anything. Um, they're fooling around. We get some really good nudity from the actress who plays Marjorie. And then what I love is it reminds me of Jason Goes to Hell. I always go back to that movie. Um, that tent scene, and it's the outside. Well, we have I guess we have Uncle Ted. So I call him Uncle Ted. He's just Ted in this scene. He's laying down there doing like cowgirl. She's up on top riding him, and we have his point of view, and he looks up at the outside of the tent, or the inside of the tent. But on the outside, we see the shadow of like a paw, of is the werewolf. He screams, boom. The claw comes down, tears the tent open, and then Marjorie is literally yanked off of him and outside, and she is being held like it's a bipedal werewolf, so it's standing up. And it's cool because the werewolf literally is just a wolf. It's not a mixture of man and wolf like the Wolf Man or anything. This is like you take the American Werewolf in London type idea how it is just a werewolf, but this one is bipedal. So it's standing up and it's holding her like by either the back or the neck or by the shoulder or whatever, and he is pawing her face like literally big fucking bloody gashes on her face. Ted gets up to rescue her, and he paws her, or he paws Ted, and then Ted falls down. He's got this big fucking scar on his chest, and he's laying there wounded. As literally now the werewolf is biting the back of her shoulder and like shaking her, like a dog, like if it's got like a frisbee or a dead animal, a squirrel or something, like that, shaking her like this. She's screaming. She's just hanging like in the jaws of this beast. And Ted finally comes to, and he goes to his shotgun. That's at the other end of the camp, I guess you would say, like their camp area. Gets the shotgun, and as he grabs the shotgun, Marjorie's still being destroyed, you know, and one like there's great close-up shots of like the gash on her, and then she's got some gashes on her body. All she's literally wearing is a flannel, so we see there's nothing to hide. And I'm not just talking about like the nudity. There's nothing to hide when it comes to like the blood and everything. And the werewolf picks her up, like he still got her, picks her up, and literally paws her down. Down she falls. And what's great is that's not the end of the scene because Ted gets this shotgun and he points it right at the werewolf, pulls the trigger, and blows its fucking head off. And that's a great way to start this movie. We have sex, violence, gore, a victim, and I'll eventually be talking about this movie on the Graveyard Shift, but one of my goods in this movie is they changed the werewolf mythology. It's not just silver bullets that can kill. You can kill these werewolves, any way possible. And Ted blows the fucker's head off with a shotgun, and I love it. So that's it. The opening sequence to Bad Moon. The deaths I talk about are Marjorie And I guess the initial werewolf, because that had to be mentioned, because that effect where that thing's head is blown clean off is a work of art, I guess you would say. Great gore, great nudity, great violence, great deaths. So that's it. Opening scene, Bad Moon. Check it out. Great film altogether. That's it. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Hope everyone's being safe in this coronavirus time, or self isolation, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. While you're inside doing nothing, watch Bad Moon, or at least go on YouTube and see this stuff. It's amazing. So, cheers.